So, welcome to Kozlovets, Ukraine in Chernihiv Oblast, and I wanted to make a video of where I lived during Peace Corps pre-service training in 2012, springtime. So, we are here on Vulitsa Batutina, which is where I lived. When they first brought me, they actually brought me right up this lovely street, which was all mud at the time. The cab pretty much almost got stuck. I did not think we were going to make it. And this is where I lived with our lovely satellite dish, with my mama and my tato. And Sonia, there's Sonia. Sonia is oblivious. I lived here at Batutina 12 is 12. I often say that I am 12 and 5 years old. It gets me in trouble with the Poshinator. So, this is the lovely sod, or the flower garden. It took me a long time to figure out that there are two words for garden. Sod is the little one. So, we go back up here, and these are my running clothes hanging on the line. And that is my host mom. Ja robię film pro де я живу у Козелець. Це привіт. Дуже добре. Це моя мама. And back here is the Horod Dom, where everything is green, and there are lots and lots of trees. And Sonia. We come back here. And there is more road. So, if you look there, that is all fresh chestnut garlic, which is very, very good. And this is where the chickens live. And that, of course, is the outhouse, which every house in Ukraine must have. Ours is squat. It's a good time. And the chicken guys. And of course Sonia. Hello Sonia. And we go back here. That's the lovely Horod. And up to the house. Sonia is helping. Oh, watch out, Sonia. And back here we have the Litku Kuchina, also known as the summer kitchen. This, I kid you not, is where magic happens. Wonderful, wonderful things are baked in that oven, including a pie that I made a couple times. This is the giant wood-burning stove. That, I believe, is chicken feed. I know that's chicken feed because it smells like it. And all sorts of good stuff lives back in there. So, you say привет to Sonia again, and we go upstairs. So, I have this lovely, lovely, lovely padded door, which keeps everything nice and warm in the winter time. So this is our entryway, with our handmade brooms that stay in the corners, and a lovely Soviet era television. This is actually mostly where we keep shoes, things like that. Always take your shoes off when you come into a Ukrainian house. Those are mine. And really the only time we ever use this is when there's too many people here to eat in the kitchen. Like my birthday, we ate in here. We ate in here after the potato planting party. And there's a giant balloon that Vasil and Hannah's grandson plays with when he comes to stay. We also have the horseshoe above the door. So we go in here, and this is the kitchen. Everybody has kind of these little nice stools that they sit on. There is the kolonka, which is the hot water heater. Word of advice, always make sure the kolonka is lit before you get in the shower. Otherwise, you will have a very cold experience. This is Hannah and Vasil's lovely display of refrigerator magnets that volunteers have brought them. I, right now, have the place of prominence in the middle, because I am the newest baby. And, of course, the best baby. This is the stove. That would be dinner. Those potatoes are from yesterday. And this is the handleless skillet of magic, and the egg that I didn't eat. And it should be noted that all of my food for the past about 3 months has had that pattern in it. This lovely little skillet. The epic bottle of oil. And if we come over here to the fridge, that is a fish head. I am really curious what's going to happen with that. And the jar of milk, and the infamous jar of sallow. Yum. There's also some farm eggs in there. So, bread on the table. This is a bublik. This is one of the greatest things the Soviet Union ever produced. They're so bready and so good. And when Julia was here, we ate them like freaking crack. So tasty. Oh. And sometimes we store food on top of the fridge. Not today. Nothing's really good up there. This morning there were some sardiniki, but I ate those. And it should also be noted that we save our water here, and it goes in this bucket, which then goes out to the compost for the chickens. We reuse and we recycle. This is the sauna, also known as the bathroom. Very multi-purpose room. This is a bucket that I often use to do my laundry in this tub, where you can wash your clothes, you wash yourself, and let's see, toilet, and the washing machine, which I've never gotten to use. It's very rarely used. We actually have to run a cord from outside to use it most of the time. And here we were also, because the bathroom is so multi-purpose, sprouting potatoes at one point. There's about 5 crates that went up to here, and they were here for about 3 weeks or so until they started growing little buds. It smells wonderful. That was sarcasm if you didn't catch it. More lovely art. That's some great art. It's also where we keep all the crates, things like that. Extra loaves of bread hanging in the sack on the wall. You know when that sack disappears, then now it's going to the market. Here's the other freezer. And the microwave. In the Peace Corps, I have a microwave. I have not had a microwave in my house since I was in college. So, this is just kind of a little extra sitting room. I often bring my homework, things like that in here and do it because it's quiet. And also there's a lot more space in here than my room. And, you know, I find this purple wallpaper really, really inspiring. Because you're never going to find this in the US. And I'm really hoping that when I get to site, I have some purple wallpaper. So I think I'm going to miss it. There's some fresh flowers hanging out there. And the diamond is on the floor. So, you can come down here into the hallway. And we have a shoppa with lots and lots of products on it. It always smells nice when Alina's here because she uses both. And shoe storage. For a while I was storing my boots there. This kind of a closet goes back into the entryway. So we come this way, and this is where the phone is, and whatnot. Which opens to my room. So this is where I have lived for the past almost 3 months. It is very tiny, and this is my bed. As you can see, I've been working at my desk because all of this stuff is on my bed, and not on my chair. There's Honey Joe getting ready for, I don't even know how many times he's moved internationally. He has some lovely art in here. And thanks to Amy Gertis and Heather Barnes, I have this lovely Elvis calendar, which they made notes all over. And they make me quite happy. Remind me to send a card to my mom, but I had not had an introduction to the post office, so I didn't do that. Sorry, Mom. we have this lovely dolphin lamp, which is very quirky, and houses a picture of my Lincoln literacy students, which I find appropriate. There is my Słownik dictionary, my pie plate, which I am right now using to store all of my electronics, and then when I use it, I dump those out and just leave them. English is a second fucking language, which every ELL teacher needs. Some real coffee that Ludmila gave me. It was awful, awful nice of her. And we come over here, more of my Ukrainian language materials. These are all pronouns. I stare at this quite often and use it when I'm trying to form coherent sentences. Verb conjugations. Mostly vowels. Sounds I had trouble learning in Ukrainian. And this is actually what I was given when we got on the bus to come to Kozelets. Pasha had all the host families draw us a picture, so Czekajemy nasz dym. I can actually read that now. Had no idea what it meant at the time. We are waiting for you at our house. I don't know why that is declined from dom to dim. I need to ask. I'm guessing it's something with an indirect object. I'm not sure. Actually, that's probably a good guess. Up there is my luggage and some old teddy bears. As you can see, I really didn't have that much room in here, so things got moved around. Some newspaper, running clothes again, my raincoat. We made three-cornered hats with small people the other day. Ah, there is my grammar flower. But I have to figure out how to get to site without destroying, which will be fun, because I'm awesome. Yeah, and the lovely multicolored curtains. So, yeah, I lived in this tiny, 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 tiny thing. And I'm kind of excited to have more space, eventually. Ooh, look, a bunny. So, we walk down the hall, which has even more fun wallpaper. Check that out. And we go into the living room. Kind of sort of sleeping, so I really did not narrate that one. But yeah, living room, they watch the news in there a lot, and yeah, he sleeps in there most days.